It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. First down, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Ball carrier.
Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
Christian Wilkins. Lamar.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He was brought down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It's now 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
That's good.
A first down and then some. 36 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
4 yards.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They run for it with Carson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Stopped short of the goal line.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Carson, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Brushing off defenders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, the safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best block.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
First and 10.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 14.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First down, Dallas.
A first down carry by Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
39-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Cowboy ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
A gain of 4.
And a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Cowboys 10.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brought down at the 30.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Jackson now off the bootleg. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
For the Seahawks.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to fight forward to the 13. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings us 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 13 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
Prescott's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Prescott from the gun. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players, and glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson out to his left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson rolling to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we have reached half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He may try and run for this. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On the carry.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 1st down.
Up, he's going to keep it. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Jackson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. That seemed pretty ideal there. Take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They go to Elliott again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
39-yard line.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, and he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. He's still on his feet. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
A 28-yard gain.
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. That 2nd down play, that's a -4. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down the defense.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the 1st half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Xavier Woods.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Second and 1.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And that's good.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Carson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
On the carry.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run with Chubb, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3, and this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Gets past one man. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Number 24.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1, oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
At their own 25.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
And 11.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Running with Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott.
Prescott's pass.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. And couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
26-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Jackson rolling to his right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tonight's final score.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first